Hi, a very warm welcome to my today's talk. And today I'll be talking about a very important aspect of our lives, and this is something which is a part and parcel of our lives, and which we have been coming across quite a lot in our life, and yet it holds a very, very important position, and that is fear. Fear is almost the guiding force for each one of us. It makes us do various things, it makes us not do a lot of things. Many of the lifetimes are lived just over the premise of fear. They are the part and parcel, the guiding emotion, which happens to be one of the strongest, which of course should not be as well. Most of the times, the most strongest emotion which goes around is love, but when fear takes over it, that is the time when depression starts. That is the time when the mental health starts to deplete. This is the changing point. This is the entire turning point of what really goes around inside the brain. Yeah, of course, it can be paralyzing because it challenges the entire human survival mechanism. When a person chooses fear over love, it is something that you're not deciding to do something and which you should be doing to survive, to live a good and healthy life. Now coming on to like what one can do to battle fear, the first thing is we should not battle the fear. It is not something with which we are in a war with. We never really have to fight with our fear. We never really have to take it on or push it down, break it down. Fear is something that lives with us every single moment. It is a guiding force that tells us, it's a guiding mechanism that tells us, helps us to survive. Our fear is something that helps us know what's right and what's not. Many a times, when we come across a situation where we encounter danger, whenever there is danger, fear crops in from within. To battle this fear, we need wisdom. We don't need to fight it. We just need to understand it that fear is not real, but danger is. We need to take care of that danger, and the fear will disappear on its own. It's just a mechanism, and we don't really have to run away from it. It's meant for our survival. Many a times when there are childhood fears, which literally overtake the entire psyche of a person, and a person is literally blinded with the fear. All a person is seeing is just the fear everywhere and anywhere else, but and nothing else is visible. This is the time that clouds the thinking. This is the time when life literally goes for a toss. A breakdown is very much what I can say. It can be something which would be coming sooner or later if there is tremendous fear out there. So to battle it, like knowing that why this fear is there, what is this fear asking us to do? This fear might be a very very small thing that you just need to take some time and be with yourself and just promote your self care, help yourself get out of it. Instead, if these are very small and tiny things like fear may ask, but not doing that, it just gets to pile up, and when it piles up, it's not really easy to deal with. So apart from fear, there's one another emotion, not really an emotion, but something which we come across, and that is ego. Ego, mm, as what we know, sometimes it is said that it's not as easy to deal with ego. It's not so good to be with around people, as it literally makes us choose us over the others. Well, so is ego, just like fear. It's a defense mechanism to promote self care. A person who might have felt in the past that, yeah, I missed out on a lot of things, and missing out on those things was because I was not paying attention and I was not helping myself do a lot of other things. That is the time when ego crops in. That I have to keep myself first. When that need, that I need to keep myself first, moves to when I have to keep. So when this have comes in, it doesn't really go about and sees the situation. Instead, what it sees is just what life is asking that person to do. That no matter what the situation is, I have to be its first priority. When this becomes something that a person what is living by, it becomes, that is when the ego starts to live inside the person. No matter what, irrespective of any and every situation, it's just me what I'm seeing. This is detrimental. This is highly detrimental for emotional health. What can be done is, what one can do is just to address that need, which is causing this giant and big ego to turn up. All one can do is just to help their own selves and just be there for them. There's always a need behind any and everything that turns out to be not so good. And to come over that, to grow over that, it's just addressing the need.